In this episode, we're going to look at how to configure a basic wireless LAN on a wireless LAN controller. I'll show you how to do it, and we'll talk about the concepts along the way. An organization is centralizing control of their wireless LAN by replacing their standalone access points with lightweight access points in a wireless LAN controller. We will be leading this project, and we want to become familiar with this wireless LAN controller and any potential challenges that may occur during the project. We'll configure a wireless LAN controller by adding a new wireless network and securing it with WPA-2 pre-shared key security. To test the configuration, we'll connect the laptop to the wireless LAN and ping devices on the network. We'll be exploring some of the features of the wireless LAN controller. We'll create a new wireless LAN on the controller and implement security on that LAN. Then we'll configure a wireless host to connect to that new wireless LAN through an access point that is under control of the wireless LAN controller. Finally, we're going to verify connectivity. Then we're going to discuss some stuff like connecting to a wireless LAN controller using the graphical user interface, explain some of the information that is available on the wireless LAN control monitor screen, configure a wireless LAN on a wireless LAN controller, implement security on that wireless LAN, and then finally, we're going to once again come back and look at configuring a wireless host to connect to a wireless LAN. Greetings to all my tech heads out there in the KevTechify nation, and if you're new here, welcome. This episode is part of my series on configuration examples for the CCNA. I'm Kevin here at KevTechify. Let's get this adventure started. Configure a basic wireless LAN on a wireless LAN controller. I have the Packet Tracer lab open. On the left side, I have our work area where we have our devices and we're going to do our configuration. On the right side, I have the instructions. The bottom right is the Packet Tracer activity window that opens up when you normally open up your Packet Tracer activity. It has all the instructions. In the upper right, the big area here, I have a Word document of those instructions. Now, the reason I have the Word documents open up is there's some questions we have to answer as we go through the lab. The Word document will allow me to type my answers in and save it. At the top here, we have our addressing table. It has the information about all the devices we have. We have a router, a switch, a lightweight access point, wireless LAN controller, a server, admin PC, wireless host, what interfaces they're connected to, what the IP addresses are. Then we have the objectives here. We're going to look at a wireless LAN controller, connect to a wireless LAN controller, graphical user interface, explain some of the information, configure wireless LAN on a wireless LAN controller, implement security, and then configure a wireless host to connect to that wireless LAN we just created. Instructions, part 1, monitor the wireless LAN controller. Wait until STP, spanning tree protocol, is converged to the network. You can click on the Packet Tracer fast forward button to speed up the process. What we're looking for is we have all green triangles here. If we have any amber or orange circles, we have to wait. You can cheat and click the fast forward button right here. That skips ahead 30 seconds. Then you should have all green. Once we have green, we can go ahead and get started. Part 1A. Go to the desktop of the admin PC. So go ahead and click here on the admin PC. I make it a little bit wider, going right to left, and then click on the desktop tab. And open a web browser. Right here's our web browser button. Click on that. Enter in the management IP address of the wireless LAN controller from the addressing table. You must specify the HTTPS protocol. We need to go up here and get our wireless LAN controller IP address, 192.168.200.254, but we have to make sure we put an HTTPS : .//192.168.200.254. So once again, that was 192.168.200.254. I went and hit enter. You should get a interface that looks something like this: Cisco wireless LAN controller. Part 1B, click on login and enter these credentials. So go ahead and click on the green login here. Now we're asking for a username and password. So admin and capital C Cisco 123. Admin. And I hit tab to go down to the next field. Capital C Cisco 123. And then I can press login. I want to make this window a little bit bigger still. Here is the first opening page of our wireless LAN controller. This is the backside of our wireless LAN controller. Up here it tells us it supports 150 access points. So we have licensing for 150 access points. Part 1C, scroll through the monitor summary screen. This is the monitor summary screen. We're on the monitor tab. This is the summary. If you click on summary, it brings you right back to this page. Scroll through it. What can be learned from this screen? A whole lot of information. Like I said, we can up to 150 access points, and we're going to go ahead and just type in all this information. Up to 150 access points. Management IP address 192.168.200.254. Management IP 92.168.200.254. We can learn our software versions. We can see how long has this been up for. It's been up for 7 minutes and 34 seconds. We can learn the uptime. We have some rogue summaries. How many rogue access points, rogue clients, ad hoc networks do we have running in our system? We can get the date, time. We can get some internal temperatures, what networks we're supporting. So we got the uptime, date, networks supported. Then we have CPU usage, individual CPU memory usage, and so we have hardware stats. Down here we have our access point summary. We can see that we have one access point on the ANAC networks. We have one on the BGN networks. And so one on the 5 gigahertz, one on the 2.4 gigahertz. They're both up. All access points is 1 total, so these must be all on the same device. So we can find out access point information, and then we can get how many clients are connected. So client information. Lots of information we can pull from that. Is the wireless LAN controller connected to an access point? Down here, this is where the access point summary is. And yes, it is connected to one access point. Yes, it is connected to one access point. Yes, the wireless LAN controller is connected to one access point. This is shown in the access point summary section of the page. Part 1D, click the detail next to the all access points. And so what they want to do is have us click right here. Notice how this one is blue. Go ahead and click on that. What information can you find out about access points on the all access points? Well, we can find out what the name is. Well, we can find out the total number. We can find out the name, what the IP address of the access point is, what the model is, what the access point MAC address is, the uptime of that access point, the admin status, operational status. So admin status is administration's been enabled, operational status is regular. PoE status is PoE medium power, so it's using PoE. Speeds here, number of clients, ports, we can software versions, we can find out just about everything from that. Okay, so now to answer our question, information going on the WLC includes the name of the access point, the IP address of the access point, the device model, MAC address, software version, operational status, power source, and just continuing on with lots of other information. Takes care of part 1. On to part 2. I hope you're liking this episode on practical configuration examples. Leave a comment on what you think about these configuration examples. If you still have a question or comment, please let me know below. You can also visit my website at KevTechify.com for all of my details and how to get these episodes in video and podcast form. Create a wireless LAN. Now we're going to create a new wireless LAN on the wireless LAN controller, configure the settings that are required for hosts to join that wireless LAN. Click wireless LANs, WLAN here. That's from this menu right here. I'm mousing over it. Go ahead and click on that. Loads in our page. Locate the drop-down box in the upper right hand corner of the WLAN screen. It'll say create new. This is the drop-down box we're talking about. Because we don't have any, our only choice is to create new. Click go to create a new wireless LAN. Enter the profile name of the new wireless LAN. Use the profile name floor 2 employees. Packet tracer will grade you case sensitive. Make sure you have your spaces. So capital F, have a space in here, capital E. Profile name, capital F, floor, space, the number 2, space, capital E, employees. Assign an SSID of SSID-5. Once again, probably case sensitive, SSID-5. Host will need to use this SSID to join the network. Select the ID for the wireless LAN. This value is a label that will be used to identify the wireless LAN in other displays. Select the value of 5 to keep it consistent. Because we used 5 up here for this SSID, let's select 5 right here. It's not a requirement, but it helps. Once again, we're trying to keep it simple, keep it easier to manage, knowing that SSID 5 here belongs to wireless LAN ID 5, just keeping it simple. Click apply. That's up here in the right corner. Go ahead and click apply. And now we created it. Now we have to go in and actually configure it. Click enable. By default, when you create a new wireless LAN, it's not enabled. So we need to enable it. You do that by putting a checkbox here in the status field. If you don't do that, you're not going to see that network, and you just have to come back in here and do it. Not a big deal. Choose the VLAN interface that will be used. The wireless LAN controller uses this interface for user traffic. Click the drop-down box. For interface group, select the WLAN 5 interface. Right here is this interface group. This is the one we just connected. That was that ID number we selected. So WLAN 5. Click the Advanced tab. Right here are some tabs. We want to click on the Advanced tab. Scroll down to the Flex Connect portion of the page. Click to enable Flex Connect local switching and Flex Connect local authorization. Scrolling down. Right here is the Flex Connect part. We want to make sure that we enable the Flex Connect local switching, and we want to enable Flex Connect local authentication. Click apply to enable the new wireless LAN. If you forget to do this, it will not be there. Once again, any changes you made, you actually have to click apply to make sure those settings are done. So we have to enable it. We set up some of our other configurations. Go ahead and click apply. Give it a second. Screen flashed and our settings are set. The wireless LAN is good to go. Step 2, secure the wireless LAN. New LAN has no security in place. Basically, it's an open network. This wireless LAN will initially use WPA-2 with a pre-shared key. In another activity, you will configure WLAN to use WPA-2 Enterprise, so we're going to use a radius server, an external device. Much better solution for larger networks. So right now we're just going to select WPA-2 pre-shared key. In the WLAN's edit screen for the floor 2 employees, so this is the WLAN's edit floor 2 employees screen. Select the security tab. That would be this tab right here. Under the layer 2 tab, this is it. And yes, we have multiple tabs going here, but we're on layer 2. Select WPA and WPA-2 for our layer 2 security. On the drop down, we want WPA and WPA-2. Now, once we do that, we can see that we have a whole bunch of WP and WPA-2 parameters to set here. Click the checkbox next to WPA-2 policy. Now, most people don't use WPA because it's been proven insecure. WPA-2 is a better solution. So make sure you select that. Don't select WPA. You want WPA-2. This will review additional settings. Underneath authentication key management, enable the pre-shared key. So underneath the authentication key management right here, we want to enable the pre-shared key. Leave all the other default settings there and click apply. Once again, apply. And once we have multiple scroll windows here, so we have a little window inside the big window. You got to take the big window up here, click on apply. Pre-shared key in ASCII format should be in the range of 8 to 63 characters. Oh, I forgot to enter that in. Forgot to enter my pre-shared key. Skip this step. Now we can enter our pre-shared key. Use Cisco 123. Make sure it's set on ASCII here for our pre-shared key format, and capital C Cisco 123. Now we can go ahead and click apply. Changing a WLAN parameter while it's enabled will cause a wireless WLAN to be momentarily disabled, thus may result in a loss of connectivity for some clients. Press OK to continue. We got to turn off the wireless, apply those changes, and then turn it back on. While it's off, clients will lose connectivity. Depending upon what your office is or when you're doing it, it may be a concern. So maybe wait to do it outside of business hours or over lunch. And click OK. Screen flashed. It brings me back to the edit with on the general tab. And then it gives us a warning here, not good practice to reuse passwords. We've reused passwords in this activity to simplify configuration. Yes, you should use a different password at every different point. Let's go ahead and verify our settings for step 3. After applying the configuration, click back. This will take you to the WLAN screen. Here is our wireless LAN we just created. We chose that wireless LAN 5. We gave it the profile name floor 2 employees, and we also set the SSID. We typed in SSID-5. What information about the new WLAN is available from this screen? Well, it's just the information I covered there. Go ahead and enter in our answer here. The WLAN name, SSID, security, oh, I can't even spell policy right now. Policy. But it doesn't say that. Once again, we scroll over here. Now we got our security policies. And admin status are available here. The admin status value indicates, I spell indicates, right? Whether WLAN is in operation or not. That's it. That's that admin status that's enabled. If you click the WLAN ID, that's all the way to the left here. We click this, you'll be taken to the WLAN's edit screen. So I just clicked it. That's where we did all of our configuration. And that's where we have our security, we have our pre-shared key. Doing that, we can verify that all of our settings are changed. WPA-2 is selected. We have a password in there. It's shown. On the general tab, here's our profile name, SSID number. Click back, takes us back to the wireless LAN listing. Part 3, connect a host to the wireless LAN. I'm going to go ahead and minimize our admin PC window here. Go to the desktop of the wireless host. Desktop tab. Click on PC wireless tile. Right here is our PC wireless. Click on connect. Click refresh. Here's our SSID 5. Remember how we typed that in? The name of the SSID field. Go ahead and click on that and click connect. Make sure WPA-2 personal is set. That's for our pre-shared key. And then we enter in our pre-shared key. Once again was capital C, Cisco 123. And click connect. Adapter is now active. Step 1D, click the link information tab. Right here's the link information tab. You see a message that confirms you have successfully connected to the access point. Signal strength, link quality, right here. You have successfully connected to the access point. You can also see the wireless wave in the topology showing the connection. We see these waves here signifying we are connected back and forth. Click more information button to see the details. Right here's the more information button. Go ahead, click on that. We can see all sorts of information. Radio band is 20 megahertz. Our network name is SSID 5. We're in infrastructure mode compared to an ad hoc mode. Standard channel is we're on channel 1. Security is WPA-2 personal. That's our shared key. Authentication was automatically selected for us. We are on a mixed BGN network, 2.4 gigahertz. Our IP address is 192.168.5.10. Subnet mask is a /24. Default gateway, 192.168.5.1. With no DNS information, we would need to go back into... We'd have to go back into our wireless LAN controller and specify that if we wanted that. And then we also have our MAC address. Close the PC wireless app and open the IP configuration app. Right here, click in this X in the gray circle. Open the IP configuration app right here. This is what we're looking for. Click on that. Verify wireless host has received a non-APIPA address. Once again, the APIPA address is 169.254. We have a 192.168. That's handed out by our wireless LAN controller. And then on to step 1G. From the wireless host, ping wireless LAN default gateway in the server to verify that the laptop has full connectivity. From the wireless host, I'm going to go ahead and close this IP configuration. I'm going to open up my command prompt. And what we want to do is ping from the ping our wireless LAN default gateway. Well, what's that? Well, we can go ahead and type in ipconfig. Right here is our default gateway, 192.168.5.1. Go ahead and type in ping 192.168.5.1. We can ping our default gateway and the server. The server's way over here. So we're going from the wireless controller into our lightweight access point, into a switch, into a router, into the server. Server IP address, if we scroll up here all the way to the top, server IP address is 172.31.1.254. So ping space 172.31.1.254. Hopefully it's taken a second. It has to go through some ARP processes to find the connection. So the first one failed, then the next three worked. I'm just going to repeat that to make sure. Up arrow once, hit enter, and all four pings worked. We were able to get that. And as a quick recap here, this is our wireless LAN controller. That's where we did our configuration to create our wireless LAN. So we're on the admin PC. We put in the IP address of the wireless LAN controller, wired connection there, connected into the wireless LAN controller, created that wireless LAN, SSID-5, set up security on it. Wireless LAN controller then went out and went to any lightweight access points that it has control over and pushed that configuration out, push that new wireless LAN onto there that allows our wireless host then to connect in. Our wireless host then can connect in wirelessly to the lightweight access point, wired connection to the switch, wired connection to the router, wired connection to the server. We're able to get that all configuration. That's how this entire system works together. That was Packet Tracer Lab 13.2.7, configure a basic wireless LAN on the wireless LAN controller. It was my pleasure to provide you with this wonderful episode on configuration examples. If you like this episode and you got value out of it, please click that like button, give a 5-star rating, leave a comment. This all helps me bring you more great content. Please take a minute to subscribe to my channel. All my socials and contact information are on my website, KevTechify.com. There you can find out how to get all these episodes in video and podcast form. Thank you so much for watching this episode of my series on practical configuration examples for the CCNA. I've created 4 wonderful playlists for you on the CCNA. These episodes, I go through all the concepts that Cisco calls out for the CCNA. Once again, I'm Kevin. This is KevTechify. I'll see you next time for another great adventure.